Why would renting a car or a transport service be the best decision for at least the next 6 months or until we herd immunity that is achieved by any employer? There are more than a dozen reasons, but this is a marketing purpose, so we will narrow it down to the least rebuttable objectives. First, of course, is for your employees' rank and file. These are the most affected during these times. Half of them, if not, are not included in the social amelioration program of the government for obvious reasons. And what little help they receive in cash or in kind has been too little to last for more than a year. You can opt for a work from home setup, but let's face it, it doesn't work. It requires a lot of upper management to track progress and actually get work done versus being in the office. So your best option is to have them come into the workplace, but how can you be assured they won't get infected or worse, bring COVID into their home? Sure, you can control what is in the workplace setup, proper health standards and guidelines inside the workplace or your office building. You can track and monitor each and every one that comes and go. But what about their transit to and from the office? A typical employee with an office in either Makati, Ortigas, or BGC would have to at least take 2 to 3 different rides going to their workplace and another 2 to 3 rides back to their homes, either by tricycle, jeep, bus, or any other mass transportation available. Imagine how many stops or waypoints. They have to be brave each and every day. And even if your staff or employee is diligent enough to observe health standards, not everybody follows proper wearing of mask and face shield, especially while inside a cramped and hot jeep or bus for at least a 30 to 1 hour travel. The risk rises exponentially during rush hours. With a car rental, they will just have to adjust their schedule for pickup and drop off only. The point-to-point system will assure that they only go to and from home and workplace, travel with their actual co-workers, and implement the proper health standards and social distancing, and best get the appreciation they deserve from actually going to work every day without the additional anxiety of getting them and their family exposed to COVID. Second, their company as a whole. Getting an employee a positive case means the possibility of all, if not most, as probable cases, which means the additional cost of disinfection for the workspace, suspension of operation for at least 14 days, not to mention the further infection or positive cases that would lead to extended closure of company operation and translate to further delays and profit loss. Of course, companies are responsible for their employees who get infected. There are even news that LGUs file charges against negligent companies who fail to take care of their employees or fail to report active cases. To sum the cost of this increase, or fail to report temporary work from home operation for vital personnel, hospitalization, or urgent needs of the affected staff or employee will be at least around 50,000 to 100,000 for small companies. Sure, it costs less than a high-ace commuter van at 55,000 per month. But what if you got cases every month? How about 2 cases per month? And if worst, your employees got hit? There is a long way before this goes away. A full-size van with 2 drivers could transport 2 to 4 batches of 10 employees. Each will only be additional costs that will help your company avoid expenses and your mental anxiety. Third, the government and community. During the start of the pandemic, the government has always been promoting company offering shuttle service, but was met with the opposition, especially by SMEs, because they didn't outline the benefits it will incur even at the additional cost. But you already covered what it can do for the employee and the company. What most CEOs and upper management don't realize, it can also help the government and community. By first, the cases will be lessened because the proper health protocols are observed in and out of the workplace, as well as the transit. Second, the tracing efforts will be more easier when they know how many people are active or PUI or PUM have been in contact with. And lastly, every single person with safer travels is one less to worry about and observe in the millions of daily commuters who are brave going into work every day for the past year.